Alright, hello everybody. This is Intermediate O, and this is actually going to be my ninth Vital Bracelet vlog, but this is actually going to be my third upload, but it's like the ninth one that I filmed. So if you like it, go ahead and tell me, and then maybe I'll, retroactively add the old ones. And so today I went to the movie theater that's nearest to my house. It's about an hour away walking, which is pretty far, but I'm just happy I have one close to my house. And so it looks like it took me just under 4,000 steps and about an hour to get there. And I went to go see the new My Hero Academia movie. As you can also see, like, the movie theater is pretty empty. That's why kind of I came to like an 8 a.m. showing. Additionally, the theater that I actually went to go see it in, there was only three other people besides me. So like four people total. And this is also, so I've been here a couple times, and this is the first time I've had a showing that was on the second floor. So that was kind of nice, just a new experience. Waiting so long to see the movie though, like in an empty theater, is, I kind of lose out a little bit because I don't get like the first week like limited run goodies, which like they release like a manga volume that comes with it, like a really skinny one. But yeah, here's just a quick check-in before I went to go see the movie itself. And I guess if it's cool, like I'll actually do a quick review of the movie. So I enjoyed it. I've seen the previous two movies in theaters as well, but they are kind of those movies that I just enjoy as a quick movie to go see in the theater. I haven't gone back and revisited them like at all really. But yeah, this one was pretty good. In the middle of the movie, there was actually a really good action sequence, and it was like with TV anime, you expect to get like a quick like couple second cut of good animation, but there's a sequence and like it kept on going and going and going, and there's like a lot of camera movement, and it was pretty cool that they did that. If anything, I was surprised that they didn't save that for the climax though. And as for the climax, I guess one complaint I would have is that Midoriya, kind of just having the punching power, is it's kind of hard for them to drag that out into like a battle where there's like a give and take with the enemy. Most of the time it just comes down to like, Midoriya punching harder towards the end of the battle, so that's kind of disappointing. But yeah, overall I enjoyed the movie, and yeah. I might say though that I actually enjoyed the second movie more than this one. The second movie, I think I just prefer the whole class dynamic, is like, the class working together. This one focused much more just on Midoriya and then the original character for the movie, though I did like the original character that they did introduce for this movie. And so after the movie let out, there was actually a store I wanted to go to, like a shop I wanted to go to around 11, and it wasn't open yet, so I decided to explore a little bit. So this is the back of the theater, and actually right behind it was a station that's like the last stop of that station, and I always pass those tracks, so it's like, it was interesting that it was, the end was always there. And then over there is Toshimaen, which is actually where the theater gets its name from, and it's a amusement park that recently closed down. It's all overgrown now. And if over there you can actually see like the little bit of pool slide that's like still intact. And yeah, I wish I had known about it beforehand. And here's an aerial shot of the park. As you can see, it's pretty big. I really didn't think that it had like a water section too, and I really wish I had known about it because it was still open like a year ago, and I would have totally come if I had known about it. But yeah, so now it's closed down. It seems pretty sad because a lot of the stuff in the area is still fashioned after the name of the park, Toshimaen. They will be refurbishing or like remodeling part of the park though to actually be this Harry Potter experience that's going to be opening up. So here's like some construction that was underway, and it's actually only the part that's north of this canal or this river. The south part is where that station was at, and then the main gate that I showed you earlier. And then right down that street is where the movie theater's at, where I came from. But yeah, I really wish I could have checked it out before it closed because I'm not really into Harry Potter anymore, like not in a couple of years. And then the author's been pretty yikesy recently, so that's kind of a bummer because I'm not really looking forward to what's coming there anyways. And so on my way back, I finally went to that shop I wanted to check out, which is a bike shop. I've been wanting to get a bike recently just so I don't have to walk around everywhere. I do have the option to, like, get some places faster if I want to. But it wasn't quite open yet. I think I got there, like, right before they open, like at 11. And I think I got there, like, at 51 or something. So I just waited till they opened up. To my surprise, though, like, other people were also waiting for them to open right away. But it seemed to, like, not for shopping, just for, like, repair and stuff like that, which they also do there. And then right when I checked my watch at 11 to see if they're, like, going to open up now, my Dokimon finally evolved to BBmon. And yes, I know, like, I'm really bad at the Vital Bracelet. I kind of just put it on for fun. I've only ever gotten to the champion level. But yeah, maybe I'll finally connect it to the app or something and actually learn how to use it. And that's the line of people that were actually waiting outside. And now they're finally being let in. Alright, and this is me finally getting back home. I didn't end up getting a bike, but I definitely want to get one later, just not right now. And as you can see, there's a little bit of a time jump because I went grocery shopping. I also paid some bills, and then I finally got home. But I did finish with like over 13,000 steps, so I think that's pretty good. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. So yeah, if you like this, please go ahead and tell me down below. Maybe I'll go back and I'll add like the missing vlogs, like it would be vlogs 3 through 8 then. And then yeah, I'll continue to vlog stuff in the future as well if that's what you guys want. And actually, one quick addition to this video, so I forgot to mention it, but what I was listening to when I was like walking there and walking back was actually the audiobook for The Tombs of Atuan, which is the second book in the Earthsea cycle, or whatever you want to call it. And so this is just going to be a little quick, little mini review of that if you want, little story time. So, most of the time when I'm walking, by the way, or like when I'm out, I'm always listening to podcasts, but sometimes I also like listening to audiobooks, and so I've been trying to get through this audiobook, believe it or not, for probably the past 6, maybe 7 years. I've like started listening to it so many times, and it's very funny to me because I had the exact same experience with the first book in the Earthsea series, which was The Wizard of Earthsea, where I've probably read like the first 2 chapters of that book so many times. I started the first time like in middle school, and then I tried to revisit in like high school and college, and then eventually I only ended up finishing it because I ended up getting the audiobook to it, and then even that was like super hard to get through. And both of these novels they're not long novels at all. They're only like an afternoon's reading. Like you could totally get through them in like an afternoon. The audiobooks are like 5 hours long, and then I listen to them at double speed, so like you can get through them in like 2.5 hours, which is basically like movie length. But it's just like there's something about the writing and then also the story. It's just like that's just like they never grab me like at all really, but for some reason I really want to get through them. Well, I mean, I probably know why I want to get through them is because it's like, they took some of the stories from them and then they based the one Ghibli movie off of them, Tales from Earthsea. So I just like, I kind of wanted to go through them because of that. But yeah, this last novel though still gave me a hard time. I've probably listened to the first 2 chapters of The Tombs of Atuan like in the last year, like literally in the last year, probably over 4 times. Like over 4 times I've like started up the audiobook and like listened to an hour of it and then had to stop just because it's like just gets too boring. And so today what I ended up doing is I ended up like downloading it, make sure I have it downloaded, and then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna be out for like over 2.5 hours. So I just need to make sure this is the only thing I listen to today. And that's how I finally got through it. So I basically just listened to it straight, like, an hour and so there, hour or so back, and then yeah, finally got through it. It's just I don't know what it is, like with this novel series, they're just not for me, but I still want to get through them. And it's just like I don't know, it's just so interesting. There's actually a funny story. The first novel, literally what happened one time is I tackled it the exact same way I tackled this, where it's like, this is the only thing I'm allowed to listen to, where I actually trapped myself on an airplane where I specifically did not bring anything with me besides the first novel, Wizard of Earthsea, so that I literally, my only 2 choices were to read the book or to sit there and do nothing. It was only like, I think like an hour, maybe 2-hour plane ride, and literally same exact thing happened where I got through like a chapter, maybe 2 chapters, 3 chapters, and then I was like, I can't take this anymore, and I literally sat through the rest of the flight doing nothing, because I just like, doing nothing was less boring than reading the book. But yeah, so it's an interesting experience. If you're a fan of audiobooks, I hope you enjoyed listening to this little addendum extra section. But yeah, this is just something I wanted to like talk about and vent about since it happened today. It's fun. Obviously I listen to other audiobooks that I actually enjoy, but this is what I happen to be listening today. And so that's it, guys. See you guys next time, maybe.